This cedar tree is absolutely destroying my barn. And if I could find the person that planted it, I'd kick him straight in the Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. Welcome back to the channel. Well, this large cedar tree right here, every bit of, I'd say 40 to 45 foot, this thing is destroying my pole barn. So I've put this off for way too long. Today, I am going to remove that tree and the crappy little dogwood that's next to it. Not a big fan of those trees. I know they're nice when they bloom and all that, but they're just kind of taking over. But I have a couple of obstacles I need to take care of before I can take this tree down safely. I mean, I guess I'll do it safe. Oh no. Who the hell left their cheese stick wrapper underneath here? Now, I'm not claiming to be a lumberjack, even though I do have some lumberjack gear in the bedroom, mostly for role play. But what I do have is a really nice ladder. Pretty solid. I'm just gearing up to have an accident today. All right, I have to go to higher ground. We got a little bump up in the dirt. We're gonna enter the roof through the wooded section of the gutters. You can see my problem here. I have cleaned these out, okay? They're just really hard to keep up with when that tree just keeps dumping crap on them. All right, you can clearly see here all of the cedar droppings, whatever you want to call these. I am pretty sure this is a willow tree starting to grow. It's got a healthy root system, and that might be a corn stalk. Either way, the goal today is to remove this tree once and for all before we go into winter. And I want to clean up this roof, clean out the gutters, and make sure everything is draining properly. I should have done this a long time ago. So first things first, there's the transformer. The high voltage is heading out that way to the road. The secondary comes over here and it goes into the barn. That's where my service is. And then from there, it goes to the cabin. Now it also comes out of here is the feed to my shop, which is also about 400 foot that way. And that is the one feed that I have not been able to locate. So I'm gonna get out my little locator today and try to locate it, because I don't wanna start digging up those roots right there and potentially hit that line. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What are you doing, Bruno? Bruno? Bruno. All right, so I've got my U-locate. I got this a little while back. This is from Schoenstedt. If anyone knows, locators are pretty pricey. This was the most reasonable one that I could find that would locate energized stuff, or you can connect the leads with the transmitter and you can transmit your own signal, and that's what we're gonna do, because I had trouble locating that energized because it kept picking up the feed going to the transformer. And we got a rabid cat right here. Thinks this is a toy. This is Bruno, and I have not shown him in a video yet. He is my solution to mice, and he hasn't caught any yet, so he's not earning his keep, are you, Yeah, that's why he's walking away, you little punk. All right, so I've got one lead hooked up to one of the hots going out to the shop, call it line 2. And then I've also disconnected the neutral because it's gonna try to read through and interfere with the ground. The other one is hooked up to that bare ground right there. I've really been wanting to know where this is going. $5'11", there's no way. 1 foot 1 inch. See if I can show you guys what it's doing here. I don't know if you can see that screen. So it's saying that I'm on it. When I'm to the left, it's telling me go right. That's telling me I'm on it. Telling me I need to go left. And then I can hit the depth button, and it's telling me that it's 2 foot deep now. I know that sounds annoying. I'm gonna locate this all the way out because I want to know exactly where this is going all the way throughout the property. I have a feeling it's going right through the woods there, but I need to know because I'm getting ready to change out the service and put the shop on its own. Might be this year, but very unlikely. It's probably going to be next spring or so. Well, that worked out awesome. And the path that it took was nowhere near what I thought it was. Actually, I didn't think it would take that path at all. So I'm so glad that I located that, because I'm actually planning on removing a bunch of those trees because they're crap. A lot of them are. Some of them are good. And I would have just went in there, blaze of glory, and just ripped all that crap out and maybe hit the line. So it's always safe to locate. I did do a little deal with these guys a while back. That was a sponsored deal, like, I don't even know, 5 or 6 months ago. But I will throw a link in there for this either way, whether there's a discount link attached to it or not. But this is not sponsored today. Well, that's working out great. I wanted to get that off so it can dry out a little bit so it's not so slick. Bad boy. Hey, I told you not to play with that junk. Yeah, you already got a chunk of it. Thinks it's a play toy. All right, there is one. The dogwood tree gone. That'll take about 30 seconds to yank that stump out of the ground. That'll be the first one that I do. All right, let's get this stump yanked out. I've got the new Mongo Ripper Tooth here on the Bobcat E35. Yes, Mongo did send this to me. I have a relationship with them. They make, you know, really high quality attachments, and they're right out of Indiana, so I'm happy to support them and kind of show off what their attachments can do. But I'll tell you what, these Ripper Tooths are no joke. It is a lot of force in a concentrated spot. I mean, it's basically like a knife. I mean, you can see right here, it's just slicing through these roots. Should make pretty quick work of this. Oh yeah. The nice thing too is this thing's got enough size where you can roll it like that, and it just busts that stump right up. Oh wow. Haichi mama. It should come out of here. Well, do a little bit more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tear the shit out of this area. Yeah, I should be able to get this out. Yep. Alright. The nice thing too with the Ripper Tooth is you can really bust up that dirt in those roots. It's like a little pick, you know. The time has come. The time has come. Yep, that's pretty beefy. Let's say that's like 1-inch plate right there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna come up a little closer. I don't think I've taken down a bigger cedar tree, so I don't really know what this root system's like. I do know the branches seem awfully brittle, so that's why I'm kind of worried about cutting it down. I'm afraid that hinge might just snap on me and it could go the other way. I mean, if this thing goes down the wrong way, it's taking out my barn, and I can't have that. Actually, I need to make sure the girls aren't in there. This one's got some big roots on this side. This one's gonna give me some problems, maybe. Oh, maybe not. Man, when you roll that ripper tooth, it just, you can't stop it. That's nice. Yep, yep, yep. Oh man, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna put the blade behind me, and I'm gonna try to nestle this thing as tight as I can against the building. All right, the area is clear. The girls are not in the barn. So I'm gonna cut away this last section of roots, see if we can shove this thing over. I'm gonna get you in a decent view here where you can see it go down. There's too many trees for the drone right now. One that dragged me. I need to get a better angle on the dangle here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Finally. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. Oh, we did it. And by we, I mean me. All right, the large cedar tree that's been destroying my barn is finally down safely. It went exactly as planned. And this is a hell of a root system on this thing. It's a big chunk of dirt. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time with that ripper tooth and just kind of pluck away at all this dirt, get as much of it as I can back in that hole. And then the fun part, I'll start cutting that thing up. I won't bore you guys with all of this. There's a lot of branches there. It's gonna take some time. That worked out really great. Well, there it is. Now it looks even worse. I've got a lot of crap all over the place. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piles of cedar branches. I'm hoping I can grab them with the forks. What I really need to get is a grapple for my tractor. Funny story, the second and third video that I ever made on the channel was me installing the third function on my Coyote CK2610. And to this day, 4 years later, I've never had a third function attachment on that machine. I've never even tested it. And there's been so many times I could have used a grapple, and right now is one of them. When I grab stuff with the excavator thumb, I have to track like 600 or 700 foot away to the big burn pit, and everyone knows those machines are extremely slow. Did I say machine? Machine. So I'm gonna spend some time, pick out as many of these roots as I can. I wanna kind of just dig them out of there. This area is already torn to shit anyway, so it really doesn't matter at this point. I'll have to get it regraded and throw some seed on there. I'm gonna get up there on the roof tonight, get those gutters cleaned out, washed off with the hose. I'm not gonna bore any of you guys with all that. And I actually have a decent cedar saw log right here. I mean, I kind of tore the crap out of it when I was pushing it over. There's actually a guy that I met that makes handcrafted log furniture. I think he's in Wisconsin. He ended up buying a laser from me, and he was interested in getting some of the cedar off the property and possibly making something for the shop, like a kitchenette or a bathroom vanity. So that may be coming up in a future video. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Otherwise, I will try to find a link for his website and throw it down in the description if you want to check it out. He was a super nice guy. It is the next day and I have all those piles cleaned up. I still have to get into the stone and clean out some of the little small branches and the leaves and kind of blow them out of there because the stone looks like crap right now. But overall, man, this looks so much better. It almost looks plain, but I have some big ideas for this barn. I did get on the roof last night. I was doing it in the dark, probably wasn't the safest thing, but I was able to wash off most of that debris and junk. I cleaned out the gutters. I do have to get into that downspout and unclog it because it is clogged with junk too. It's crazy that there's all that surface area and watershed, and there's only one downspout right there for that whole side. So when I have new gutters put on there, I will be adding a second downspout, so it'll have one in each corner. Now, I know sometimes it seems somewhat chaotic with all the different projects I have going on the property and then some of the other projects I have going on in the shop. There is a method to my madness. Alongside of having a YouTube channel and creating content for that, I'm also in the middle of completely rebuilding our property. We've only lived here for 2.5 years. It still needs a lot of work, and there's a lot of good content there as well. So some of the things I'm doing here are just things I want to get done before winter hits. The patio, I've got about half the pavers down. You'll be seeing that video here soon. And that cedar tree that thing needed to go a long time ago. There's nothing worse than a big old, nasty, out of control bush. And if you disagree, I don't think anyone's gonna disagree. If you wanna know what it looks like when I film, just take a look at my shadow right there. You can get a pretty good idea. So the plan for this building is I'm gonna paint the entire building. It's gonna be a darker color. It's gonna hopefully match the house. I'm going to install some wall sconces in 4 different spots. I'm going to replace the windows, replace the doors. I'm going to be replacing my electrical service, which is gonna hold me up from the next thing I'm about to tell you. What I'm gonna do is come in here with that tilt bucket, pull all this material away from the building about 6 foot. I'm gonna be installing like a 3 or 4 foot sidewalk all the way down the side of the building. This is a path that we often use, or I often use. And then there will be a small retaining wall alongside of that. And then all in this area right here will be raised garden beds for the girls to grow whatever they want. And they can kind of learn that process. I'd like to get involved in that too. And that's hopefully gonna be next spring, because I wanna get those gardens going for next spring. Nope, there's the camera right there. Recording in the morning or the evening is tough because the lighting angles are just all over the place. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see another video where I cut in where the sidewalk's going to be. I'm going to cut in a French drain right there. I'm going to do a little bit of PVC work, stubbing up to the future downspouts where those are going to go. And then I'm going to top coat it with some 3/4 clean stone or number 8s. And basically have it completely prepped and ready for the sidewalk, which will probably be next year. I have to replace that service first. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. That's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Another thing, the little spicy dump, I'm really starting to take a liking to that thing. It's pretty damn handy. And I threw it in 2nd gear today and about shit my pants. It was flying. And there's still a 3rd gear and I'm in low, so I throw that thing in high and I could probably get it on the highway. I really tore the shit out of this. Oh well.